and to skilling up our people. And I say our people, our Port of Tilbury people. Very, very important. And I think David Cameron this weekend mentioned about taking a Germanic approach to learning, training, education. Well, I have to say, at the Port of Tilbury, I wouldn't call it a Germanic approach, but what we take is a very thorough approach to developing our people so that they have the skills to do the job, not in training terms, but in developing people. And I'm very proud to say that there are a lot of people, and I look at a number of people within this room, who have successfully been with the Port for a fair few years, who have climbed the ranks. For us in March, just a reminder to people that we won the Thurrock Business Awards. I'm quite proud of that, because I think we do a lot of work on the quiet, underneath the scenes, supporting, talking, developing people. And this is our little bit of an opportunity to say, hey folks, you know, we are here, and as a team, to demonstrate our competence and perhaps maybe our skill or professionalism, we were nominated for Staff Training and Development Award, which we won earlier in March. What other things do we get up to though? And I think it's important to let people know what we get up to. Well, there's support for local schools. We support 11 schools at the moment. We also support other schools, but there are 11 key schools that we focus on. We do careers fairs, and the training team will go to those schools to support those careers fairs. They'll have mock interview days. We'll support them in life skills. Again, that's our support for the community. We have a graduate intern placement this year. Abby Lewis, Abby, whereabouts are you? Around the corner. Bournemouth University, is it? Okay. Abby's here on a placement for a year. Again, commitment at the different levels. Very importantly, we've had a partnership with Thurrock Council, Job Centre Plus and the National Skills Academy, and our friends at Ixion Holdings. And I'm going to read this. Port of Tilbury has successfully delivered 2 cohorts of pre-employment training to the unemployed, referred to us by Job Centre Plus. The programme has enjoyed 100% retention and achievement of the learners' qualifications. All participants are guaranteed a job interview at the end of the programme. Now what's really important is 85% of the candidates to date have been offered work in a variety of roles.
That we've got, that I think that's the best view I've ever looked at while I've been making a speech, but I'll stop myself from being diverted. But I enjoy it, and I really am proud to represent this part of the world, because this is such an impressive place where wealth is generated, and you know, we can't do enough to actually champion that. It's also a pleasure to address this particular event, because I know, and you've just heard from Simon, that the Port of Tilbury really does walk the talk when it comes to training and staff development. And I'm really pleased to hear the successful contribution you're making to helping those out of work get back into work. And what Simon, you've just talked about is actually so impressive, and I think a really good example of what contribution you can make, which is good for the unemployed and good for the business too, because you're investing in the new workforce. So congratulations, congratulations on what you've done in that regard, and I hope that that continues to be a focus of success for you. Now I just want to say a few words about really what government should be doing to support industries like yours, and how often they get it wrong, and what people like me are doing to try and make sure that they get it right. Now, it's fair to say that a lot of people in Thurrock don't really understand what goes on down here, and they have no conception about, when they go to the shops, just how what they're buying has actually gone through port facilities. All they care about is buying. Now that's not a problem. When policymakers have that view, that can be. So it's up to people like me to make sure that really government have got at the top of the agenda the things that will make it easier for businesses here to thrive and for the port sectors to thrive. Because the reality is, without a vibrant logistics industry and without the ability to move our goods around and our components around, we are not going to get the jobs and growth that this country needs to move ahead. So I've made a real priority to be a real advocate for the things that I think this industry needs, for the things that I think this area needs, but I also need to hear from you that. So one of the reasons why I do spend a lot of time engaging with the port and with the businesses here is so that I can get at first hand what it is that will make a difference to you and make it easier for you to grow. Because the reality is, we in Westminster can talk, you know, and we do talk a lot, but the people actually generating wealth are every one of you in here who are working hard and really contributing to UK PLC. So we need to make it easy for you.
Welcome as our guests Gary and his team from Healthcare, who really have provided with us a fantastic level of service in relation to our first aid courses. And the first award that I'm going to ask people to come up is the First Aid Beginners qualification. A huge number of you invested your time and effort into becoming a first aider for the port. Really very, very important to us, and I hope something that you get a lot out of. This qualification is extremely popular due to its importance. First aid training is effective whether you're dealing with a minor situation or something more serious. Regardless, having the knowledge will give you the confidence to act, so we're in a safe pair of hands. Could I ask and invite Jeff Holland up to the stage to receive your award? It's probably excellent. Could I invite Chloe Rex, Abby Lewis, Jenna Eaton, could I invite Paul Herneman, Ricky Worsfold, Jason Kavanagh, Robert Cooper, and the final recipient of the First Aid Award, could I invite Megan Cotter up to the stage? The next award I'm going to present, Jeff Holland and Alan Turner are recipients of this award. Unfortunately, Alan isn't able to be here today, but could I invite Jeff Holland up to the stage? Congratulations. The next is the Level 3 certificate of goods within the port. Therefore, we should all be, again, in safe hands. And could I invite Ashley Masters up to the podium to receive his award? Well done, congratulations. Literacy, we cover operative training, plant, we cover obviously first aid, health and safety, and we go right up to senior leadership programs. And that's what we've been delivering over the past year. And in fact, the next award, unfortunately, the recipients are unable to make it today, but it gives you an example of the cross-section of training that we undertake in the port. And we had 3 awards for mooring duties, because quite clearly mooring up ships is a dangerous activity. There is a requirement as a business to ensure they are skilled up in order to conduct that operation. I'm going to jump and I'm going to move to the Level 3 Hacker Reward, HACCP, which is about food safety. Now, the Hacker Reward, Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Point certification is required at the grain terminal under EU legislation. Due to it being a good food, because it's a food manufacturing plant, or a PSOP, Yvonne Watts is the responsible person for the management of this, and I would like to invite her up to the podium to receive this certificate. Congratulations, Yvonne, well done. Stuff. This is the type of training that employers are undertaking all the time, such as ourselves, to ensure that our people are safe and an environment that looks after them. The Noise Measurement Hearing Conversation course, the Deputy Safety, Health, Environment and Quality Manager attended a Noise Management and Hearing Conservation course in June. In addition, 2 other of his colleagues attended this course. Carla Tinworth and Michelle Russell, and actually I had forgotten, but Yvonne Watts also, who's just been up there, also attended this award, this course. The delicacy, it's about building competence to perform noise surveys. Again, in our environment, we're dealing with heavy plant equipment. It's a noisy environment. We need to cover off and ensure that we meet the regulations, the requirements, the procedures. This 2-day course is a really important part of our health and safety culture. Therefore, I would like to invite to the podium Neil Stroud, Carla Tinworth, Michelle Russell and Yvonne Watts. It's very important to have a health and safety culture within this organisation, particularly in view of the nature of the business that we run. Unfortunately, accidents do occur and they need to be investigated. Now, again, example of the Port of Tilbury way of doing things. Yes, we can do the process type training, but on this particular course we were aiming at looking at the skills of accident investigation. So it wasn't just about the process, but it was being able to be objective when you're investigating an incident or accident. And to ensure we had the right type of person, we actually asked a detective to come in, who is a trainer, the Essex Force, to come and train our people in an accident investigation. And the focus was on the skills, bringing some objectivity to our accident investigation. And so important did we believe this was, we actually asked for quite a few people to attend this course because we believe that it's critical that every part of the business have people trained in accident investigation. So I'd like to invite up to the podium Ian Hubbard, Kevin Barwick, Clayton Beale, Jamie Lawrence and James Smoker. Sorry? Okay, James. Okay, yeah, that's fine, thanks. Up to the podium.